Through all the excitement and hype of the upcoming draft, something often forgotten is that behind all of the numbers and rankings are teenagers learning to pave their way in life. While most of us grow up behind closed doors, they've had to do so in the public eye. With hard work, mental toughness, and growing maturity, these players are becoming the deserving young men they strive to be. This is The Role. Behind every prospect is a story of how they got to where they are, and not every path has been easy. Boris Tkachuk's mother was a speed skater in the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics and moved to Canada shortly after to give her future family a better life. Tkachuk has been fueled by the journey of his strong and courageous mother, who raised 3 young boys on her own after the passing of her husband when Boris was a year old.
My mom's been the biggest role model of my life so far. Her influence on me is just, being a better person, doing the right things and, keeping it simple. It just shows me as a hockey player that nothing comes easy to you. I think that's my mom's cliche. So, work ethic just brings you so far, but you got to keep pushing yourself to bring that work ethic into each game and every situation, even if it's off ice or on ice. I think that brings you to the next step, and it keeps pushing yourself to go to the next level.
There are important decisions that every player has to face throughout their hockey career. With no exceptions, Logan Brown had to make a critical decision this year while holding a dual citizenship in both Canada and the United States.
One thing that Logan was faced with this year was deciding whether he was going to be a Team Canada guy or a Team USA player internationally.
I grew up in St. Louis, going to the O, presented the opportunity to play for Canada, but I really felt like I was an American, and I'm proud of what we've done with American hockey. Whenever there were the Olympics on, or World Juniors, I was always cheering for the States, and my dad's Canadian, and I've spent a little bit of time in Canada, and there was opportunities that Hockey Canada gave me, but deep down I really knew that I was an American, and that was the right decision for me. So that's all my buddies on that US team, and being able to go and join them, U18s, it was really special to be able to play with 5 of those guys. We started playing together when we were 6 years old, so it was awesome to get back with them and everyone else on that team and win a bronze medal.
It was like a weight was lifted when he finally made the decision to be a Team USA guy. I think he made the right decision, and he was very thankful to Hockey Canada and respectful, but decided to join Team USA at the World Under-18s.
Meanwhile, off the ice, there is another bond that has come very naturally throughout Brown's life.
I spend lots of time with my buddy Logan Brown there, and we have cottages close to each other, so we have fun summers together, and I like to play golf a lot. Me and Chicky have had some pretty good rounds up in Ottawa.
So there's a very neat connection between the Brown family and the Chychrun family. Both dads, Jeff Brown and Jeff Chychrun, were drafted in the same year. They were best friends growing up in Ottawa. It was pretty neat. They went to the draft together, and they were in fact selected with back-to-back picks in the second round of the 1984 draft. Fast forward 30 plus years later, and Jeff both happen to have sons that are both 18, that are also best friends, and that are sharing that same experience this time around. So it's pretty neat that these guys are going through the same thing that their dads went through 30 plus years ago. The crazy part is that they could potentially go back to back in this year's draft as well, which would just add to the pretty neat hockey story that's already there.
While the initial spotlight of the series commenced in North America, Patrick Laine, Rasmus Asplund, Philip Roenick, and several other highly ranked prospects were busy turning heads in Europe. We finally got the chance to sit down and get to know these players after wrapping up their incredibly successful draft years.
I'm Rasmus Asplund, and I play for Färjestad BK in Karlstad back in Sweden, and I'm from Filipstad. It's a small town outside Karlstad. I watch a lot of highlights on Peter Forsberg. He's the guy that inspired me to start playing, and I wanted to be like him when I was younger and a little kid. So
when you have the opportunity to represent players that are really talented, they usually get up and play with men early, and to be 17, 18 and play against men is really tough.
I played in the pro league back in Sweden. That's a big thing back there. It's a huge dream you have when you're younger to play pro in Sweden, and first that was my favorite team when I was a kid. So to play for them and put that jersey on every night is a huge thing for me. And NHL is my big dream, my big goal to accomplish. I'm Patrik Laine, I play for Tappara and I'm from Tampere. My dad has always played hockey, so I think most of that came from him. My parents are the most important thing that has helped me during my way. I've just always wanted to play hockey when I was a kid, and I like to watch Alex Ovechkin, his shot and his ability to score goals, and when he doesn't score, he likes to hit people and likes to play physical, so I try to copy that from him.
Laine's standout season has forced the hockey world to add him into the conversation of who might go number one. He put a stamp on this year by winning the Most Valuable Player award at the World Championships, which was a very special moment in his young career.
I didn't even dream of being named as an MVP from that tournament. There were so many good players in that tournament and I was selected as the best one, so I'm really humble and proud of myself, and playing in the NHL someday has been my big dream since I was a kid. I think now I'm pretty close to that dream, so it's just nice to be here and live the dream.
With each prospect's playing season now wrapped up, the final key event prior to the draft is in Buffalo, New York at the NHL Combine. We will take a look at how these players prepare both mentally and physically for the yearly event where teams make their final assessments on each prospect before the NHL Draft. This is The Road.